Nothing in English, so translators, you guys can rest. My name is Jeffrey Shim.
My name is Hannie Lee.
And we're Junisa.
Okay, go ahead, just say it.
We created we established Korean at Cypress High School with the help of our friend Grace Shim. She's unfortunately not here because she had another journalism event to go to. And she will be explaining the story. And we were all juniors at Cypress High School.
Okay, I'm going to share. Is this the one?
Yeah.
Is this the one? Right.
Sure.
So,
This is our story of how we.
Hello, my name is Grace Kim, a junior from Cypress High School.
what? Sorry.
Hello, my name is Grace Kim, a junior from Cypress High School. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend the presentation, so I'm conveying our story through this video. Hannie, Jeffrey, and I, despite hailing from different places, shared a common passion for learning and preserving our mother tongue. Our shared goal was to qualify for the seal of biliteracy at our school despite of not having a Korean class. To achieve this, we learned about the new exam and decided to undertake this national examination of world languages on our own. However, preparing for and taking the exam presented challenges, particularly in terms of finances and transportation. The cost of the language test was a burden on our student budgets, and as individuals without cars, commuting from Cypress to Los Angeles for the testing center posed a significant obstacle. Despite these difficulties, we encountered individuals applying for assistance. Ms. Sung Kim, the current president of ICANN, recognized our struggles and proposed the idea of establishing a Korean class at our school with their financial support. Learning about successful Korean programs at other schools like Sunny Hills and Kennedy High School inspired us to make positive changes to our own school as well. Acknowledging the resource limitations we face, we aim to instill hope and empower our community by providing opportunities for further education. While our journey had its share of challenges, the backing of those who shared our belief in the cause enabled us to create a meaningful and substantial impact. Thank you.
This is the transcription.
Yes.
Yeah, so as Grace mentioned, Ms. Sung Kim is here. She's the president. She's the president of the International Korean Educators Network, and she contacted us directly saying that, hey, I noticed there's a lot of Korean students at Cypress High School, but there's no Korean class, so why don't you try making one? So that was the start of our process, and we also wanted to make it because there's a lot of students, some of them are not even Korean, but they're interested in Korean culture like K-pop, K-drama, and Korean food. There's also a lot of second and third generation Korean students who outwardly look Korean but can't speak a word of Korean. So we wanted to provide them an opportunity to learn their native language and also to provide an opportunity to earn the seal of biliteracy.
So in order to get this started, we first had a meeting with Sung Kim, as we introduced before. And we had a meeting to discuss what the possibilities of creating a Korean class would be and what would be the steps to take towards it. So the first step was to create a survey to get as much public support as we could, as this was ultimately the most important factor in whether or not this class would be implemented. We had to talk to people who could get this jump started, such as the principals of Lexington or Cypress High School. And we also mentioned how ICANN will be able to provide a grant to get this class started.
We also met with Ms. Esther Park, our translator, and she said she really emphasized that the survey we make should be addressed to the entire Cypress High School student population, because if there's not enough interest, this class would not be made. And we also learned that this wouldn't be an easy task because there were actually several attempts before to make a Korean class at Cypress High School, but it didn't work out because there was a lack of student interest or there wasn't a teacher or a classroom available.
And the knowledge that we knew that a lot of people already failed before us was kind of a deterrent for us, but ultimately we just tried to go on with it and see what we could do. And so these are some of the questions, the statistics we got from the survey. So most of the people who took the survey were a student, with over 60% of the people who took it being a student and 37% being a parent. And the grade year for the 2023 to 2024 school year, you can see how not only Cypress High School students took it, but also Lexington High School students took it. And this would be integral, as they were the feeder school who would be taking the class as well. And most of the, over 95% of the people who we surveyed had a positive outlook on wanting a Korean class to open at Cypress High School. As you can see, 95% of the people voted that they would like it. And if Korean classes open at Cypress High School, 56% of the people who we surveyed said that they would enroll in the class. And this would be important, as we would need a lot of people to take the class in order for it to officially open. And 20% of the people who said no, the most common response was because they were already taking a language class, so they couldn't take Korean, or because they already fulfilled their HSD language requirement. And the 23% of people were a student. So from the people we interviewed, the students, the top reasons they want to learn Korean was because, I believe Hannie mentioned earlier, was because they want to learn more Korean culture. They were a Korean speaker living in a Korean household, and they have Korean friends, and of course the language requirement. And the parents wanted their child to learn Korean. The Korean class they chose, they would like to take was the 40% of the people who we surveyed said they want the Korean one, and the rest were more just a random scale.
We advertised this survey, like sending it to our friends and on Instagram. Through that, we only got 90 responses, but we decided to send it to the assistant principal of Lexington Junior High School, which was our feeder school. And through that, we got over 200 responses, and this was such a crucial input to our survey because ultimately it was the Lexington 7th and 8th graders that would be continuing this Korean class. And we also met with our principal, Jennifer Brown, several times to share the results of our survey. And in October, when we met with her, she confirmed that she talked with the district board about it, and the Korean class would be on the registration card. However, she reiterated the biggest barriers, which if there's not enough student interest, then this class would be hard to implement.
So we had to promote the Korean class in several ways. First way was to create a poster explaining the pros of taking Korean, and we made this known and spread it around using social media such as Instagram. And after a lot of emails sent to meetings, we finally got Korean 1 on our 2024 to 2025 registration card, as you can see here.
That we sent to the Cypress High School daily announcement.
Can you turn on English subtitles? There's no English subtitles.
Guys, there's actually Korean class at Cypress now.
Do you want to watch K-dramas without subtitles?
Do you want to learn more about Korean culture?
Do you understand Korean?
If so, choose Korean 1 on your registration card.
Korean 1 is now available on campus and once a week.
I still haven't forgiven Hannie for editing hearts on my face, but so The promotion of our class was also featured on the school news, the Centurion Spotlight, and it highlights the need for Korean to be implemented at Cypress High School, as a lot of the people at Cypress High School are Korean.
And this is actually written by Grace, who is a journalist at Cypress High School. So whenever I go to Korea, my 할머니 always says, 네가 한국말을 잘해서 너무 뿌듯하고 다행스럽다고, which means like I'm so glad that you're fluent in Korean, so I could talk to you so freely. And whenever she said this to me, I felt really proud, and all like the 11 years of attending Korean school, it made it seem also worth it. So I'm really glad that through establishing this class, I'll be able to give an opportunity to my fellow Cypress High School students to learn their mother tongue.
And we also hope that people like Koreans and Asians feel more proud of their culture and I guess bolder about their pride through this success. And I would also like to give a special thank you to our parents for supporting us, Ms. Sung Kim and Ms. Esther Park for helping us.